Hi, I'm Kim, taking you through the stories people are talking about and sharing around the world on NewsFeed today. All around the world, plastic straws are being banned, but is it just a fad or will it actually help the environment? We hit the streets to find out. Should Holocaust deniers be banned from Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg says no, with caveats. And welcome to Jurassic Jeff. Life finds a way as giant Goldblum pops up in London. What comes with almost every soft drink takes up to 200 years to decompose and are too lightweight to be mechanically recycled. The answer? The plastic straw. The debate over whether to ban the everyday item is heating up, but is it being over-egged? And could we all do without them? We hit the streets to find out. This is the video proponents of the straw ban want you to watch. A sea turtle with a plastic straw lodged in his airway. Since then, the move to ban plastic straws has gained serious momentum. Starbucks is promising to phase them out completely by 2020.
Could you live without plastic straws?
I think we can if another invention is made to help us adapt, and then we go take it slowly, we take it out of our lives.
What do you think about the movement to ban plastic straws?
Why not? It's time. We have a lot more to do besides banning plastic straws, but that's a place to start.
Plastic is very slow to degrade, and we're going to have it for hundreds of years, so we should have done this long, long ago.
The problem is that these single-use items often end up in the ocean, becoming a threat to wildlife and adding to the floating plastic mass known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which lies between Hawaii and California.
The Great Pacific Garbage Patch measures 1.6 million square kilometers. That is 3 times the size of France.
While most of the patch, almost 50% in fact, is made up of larger plastics, especially fishing gear, every little bit adds to the problem. Plastic straws have an average lifespan or use time of just 20 minutes before they're thrown out. But the bigger reason to ban the straw, according to psychologists, is that after making a small change, people are more likely to aim higher, getting behind policy-level campaigns to stop plastic from clogging up our oceans. Pakistan goes to the polls in less than a week, and it's shaping up to be a glamorous affair, at least as far as the candidates are concerned. 103 million people are registered to vote in the polls, with a former cricket star, 2 famous actors and a pop singer all in contention.
Election time in Pakistan. It's a country of 200 million people choosing 849 representatives for national and provincial assemblies. But it's not just your run-of-the-mill politicians who are in the fray. The contest is star-studded. Here are some of them. This is not Imran Khan's first election. The cricketer turned politician and second-time prime ministerial hopeful is promising sweeping changes if elected. Imran, the heartthrob, rounded off his career as captain of the Pakistan cricket team with a World Cup victory in 1992. Years later, fed up with bureaucracy and endemic corruption, Khan decided to shake up the political elite. In 1996, he embarked on a political journey and launched Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, with the promise of bringing a new revolution and delivering, quote, Naya Pakistan, or New Pakistan. Veteran actor Ayub Koso will also contest elections in Karachi on a PPP ticket. In a film and TV career that has spanned more than 3 decades, he's played some immensely popular roles. He's also featured in Khuda Khele, the internationally acclaimed film credited with the revival of cinema in Pakistan. Koso's also known for his philanthropy, and his family has always been active in politics. Rana is another popular figure in Pakistan's entertainment industry. After just 7 years in television, she's widely admired for her roles in family dramas and comedies. She's standing for election as a member of the Pakistan People's Party, PPP. Amr Liakut Hussain already lives in people's living rooms through his many TV shows, morning shows, game shows, talk shows, and special transmissions on religious occasions. He's been there and done it all. But he's no stranger to controversy. From hate speeches to giving away abandoned babies on a show, he's been banned several times by Pakistan's media watchdog for sensationalizing social and political issues. Pop singer Jawad Ahmed is challenging the political heavyweights. He's contesting the elections against PML and President Shahbaz Sharif, PTI Chairman Imran Khan, and PPP Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Ahmed has built his campaign around Pakistan's middle class, who he believes have been neglected by the political system. People from showbiz are no stranger to Pakistan's politics. In a society where celebrities usually become influencers, for years, many of them from the film, TV, and sports fraternity have waded into its complex political system. Only a few have met success.
Fans of Black Panther rejoice. One of Marvel's most badass characters about to get her own spin-off.
Let's go!
Shuri, Black Panther's sister and Wakanda's resident tech genius, is getting her own comic. Marvel says the story will see Shuri take the reins after her brother disappears. It follows the huge success of the 2018 film. The new comic is set to be released sometime in October. Now, something big has popped up in London, something really, really big. Welcome to Jurassic Jeff. Yes, that's a statue that's 25 foot tall of Jeff Goldblum, of course, to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the cult film Jurassic Park. The replica of Jeff, who played Dr. Ian Malcolm, now graces the banks of the River Thames in London. Since then, selfies with Jeff have appeared all over the internet, because who wouldn't want the opportunity to be snapped with that handsome, albeit giant face? Democracy means anyone can be elected as a people's representative. Combine that with the right to free speech, and you've got a sticky situation for the American Republican Party, which is seeing a rise in the number of neo-Nazis running for Congress. Take a look at this.
8 candidates in the U.S. midterm election have ties to white nationalist and Nazi groups. That number is a record. Arthur Jones, who's running on the Republican ticket in Illinois' 3rd Congressional District, is the former leader of the American Nazi Party and denies the Holocaust.
I designed a huge ad, a full-page ad that appeared in the Milwaukee Journal newspaper. Full page, with a huge swastika right in the center of the thing. And the Jews had no idea, that was coming, okay? And imagine you're some rabbi, you opened up the paper one morning, and all of a sudden, bingo, here's a swastika looking you in the face.
And Joe Arpaio, aka America's toughest sheriff, who is running in Arizona as a Republican, is himself not a Nazi, but ran an outdoor jail that he called, quote, a concentration camp, where prisoners were subject to the heat and denied basic human rights.
I already have a concentration camp. Andy, you gonna cover me on this too? It's called Tent City.
The U.S. midterm elections are a key battleground. Democrats hope to unseat Republicans and take back the majority in the 2 chambers of Congress, so they can slow or stop policy changes that President Trump and the Republican Party have been pushing through. White nationalists, neo-Nazis, and anti-Muslim groups have been on the rise in the era of Donald Trump. Between 2016 and 2017, neo-Nazi groups increased from 99 chapters to 121, and anti-black nationalist hate groups grew from 193 to 223. Hate groups, quote, vilify others based on their race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or gender identity. There have been 954 hate groups identified in the United States alone, a steep rise from an all-time low in 2014. On the flip side, though, more women and minorities have run and won positions in the government than ever before. So, is this pushback enough to stop the Republicans from maintaining the majority in Congress and adding new faces of white supremacists and neo-Nazis?
A few weeks ago, we brought you the story of an attack in Roblox. That's the online game for kids. Now, the company behind the game says the attack, in which an avatar belonging to a 7-year-old was gang raped because of a hack. In the statement, the company said the incident involved one bad actor that was able to subvert the protective systems, and that the company has zero tolerance for this behaviour. They also said they've put safeguards in place to prevent it from happening again. Let's go around the world now for some other stories you need to know this Thursday. Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg has wound back his comments defending users' rights to deny the Holocaust. In an interview, Zuckerberg had said he didn't think Holocaust deniers were, quote, intentionally getting it wrong. In a follow-up email to the interviewer, Zuckerberg clarified that Facebook's goal is not to prevent people from saying something that's untrue, but to prevent fake news from spreading by stopping its distribution. What happens if there's an emergency and you're glued to Netflix or Hulu? Senators in the US states of Hawaii and South Dakota have a solution, introducing a bill requiring online streaming services to put out emergency alerts, like the ones that go to cell phones and on standard broadcast TV. Seems reasonable enough. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has taken to Instagram to thank his fans after being named the highest paid actor in history, according to Forbes magazine. While he came in at number 5 overall highest celeb earners list, he's number 1 when it comes to paydays solely from acting. The Rock reminded his followers he started out wrestling for $40 an hour in flea markets and that he remains hungry for success. Combine the ancient art of origami with the most high-tech 3D printers and what do you get? This underwater trap, which can delicately capture sea life without harming it. The plan is to use the machine to capture soft-bodied species to further study their role in the ocean's ecosystem. Tourist trips into space are one step closer to reality with the highest ever launch of the New Shepard rocket. The rocket from Jeff Bezos' company Blue Origin was built to test an escape function for emergencies, meaning the passenger capsule can pull away from a failing booster on the edge of space. And great news, it worked. Now, if you're hungry, look away now. An unusual pop-up museum in Lisbon aims to attract young and tech-savvy types with colourful and dreamy displays of giant ice creams and all things sweet. Sounds delicious. Now, this is my favourite story, the serial trespasser, or should I say serial trespasser, who's found himself in the doghouse. This puppy got himself a pug shot when he was found running through private property in New Jersey. He was held in custody until his human arrived to bail him out with cookies. Now, did he choose the pug life, or did the pug life choose him? So good. That's all from the NewsFeed team. Reach out to me with your questions, comments, complaints and suggestions at Kim Vanel. You'll find us 24/7 on Twitter, YouTube and Facebook. I'll leave you now with some of the best iPhone photos taken so far this year as judged for the iPhone Photography Awards. The winners of each category win a gold bar. So make sure you favourite your best snaps for next year. See you tomorrow.